Hey, happy Thanksgiving to you. This is November 24th, Walk and Talk 137. Have you thought about gratitude? This is Thanksgiving. Are you grateful? Are you excited to be alive? Lots of people are discouraged. I'm going to give you a thought. Maybe gratitude is more important than happiness. Maybe gratitude is more important than happiness. Lots of people are searching for happiness. Whatever it takes for you to be happy, you do it. Just want you to be happy. Maybe before happiness is gratitude. And gratitude is something, it's difficult for you to produce, just like happiness is difficult for you to produce. So think with me, this is Thanksgiving, November 24th. It's in the low 40 degrees in Mesa, Arizona. Thanksgiving morning. It's just a beautiful 6:53 a.m. But the low 40s is a little brisk, but just gorgeous day. I'm going to suggest to you at Thanksgiving today, think about Christmas. So gratitude is something that causes you to count your blessings. Happiness is a byproduct of gratitude. Be thankful. Are you thankful? Are you excited when you look at your many blessings, your many positive things that you have? Lots of us are living without God, and I'm asking you to be grateful for what God has given to you. So at Christmas, think about some lessons from Christmas. At Thanksgiving, think about lessons from Christmas. How do you appreciate life? How do you smile? Here's a few verses. This is Luke chapter 2, verses 1 to 5. It's the Christmas story. But we're going to look at the Christmas story, and then I'm going to identify some observations that's going to help you be grateful. Grateful for today, grateful for your life, grateful for the blessings that you have. In Luke chapter 2, verses 1 to 5, here's a few verses from the Christmas story. Now, in those days, a decree went out from Caesar Augustus that a census be taken of all the inhabited earth. This was the first census taken while Quirinius was governor of Syria, and all the people were on their way to register for the census, each to his own city. Now, Joseph went up from Galilee, from the city of Nazareth, to Judea, to the city of David, which is called Bethlehem, because he was of the house and family of David, in order to register along with Mary, who was engaged, betrothed to him, and she was pregnant. Now, can I just pull out of this a few observations? First off, in every situation of your life, every day, in every situation, God is at work. In verse 1, now in those days a decree went out from Caesar Augustus. Friend, it doesn't matter who your boss is. It doesn't matter who's in the White House. It doesn't matter who the governor is. It doesn't matter who you report to. It doesn't matter what is going on around you. God is at work in your life. Step back and understand in those days a decree went out from Caesar Augustus. And this decree affected everyone. Most of us fail to appreciate life because we're not looking for God. As a matter of fact, most of us think God is disconnected. God doesn't care. God doesn't love. I'm gently suggesting to you that in every situation, even when a king makes a decree, a law, that affects every human being under his authority, I'm saying God is at work. I'm saying to you, be grateful in every circumstance because God is at work. Make sure today is Thanksgiving. Make sure as you look at your circumstances, no matter what's going on in the government, no matter what's going on in the White House, no matter what's going on at work or in your family, it doesn't matter who's in charge. Every day, in every circumstance, God is at work. In verse 1, God has set up a plan. Caesar Augustus doesn't know the plan, that Christmas is coming. Caesar Augustus doesn't understand God. And here's verse 2. This was the first census taken while Quirinius was governor of Syria. And all the people were on their way to register for the census, each to his own city. Let me give you a second suggestion. In the hard times, in the bad times of your life, when things around you are not going well, maybe it's a health problem, maybe a family problem, maybe it's a car accident, maybe it's a marriage difficulty. Look for God. In the hard and bad times of your life, look for God. You see, in those days, all the people were forced to register for the census. Each had to travel, in some cases, hundreds of miles. In this case, Joseph and Mary travel from Nazareth to Bethlehem, approximately 60 miles, and she's pregnant. We're talking about teenagers. There's a pregnancy. There's not a marriage yet. There's an engagement. In those days, each had to travel to his own city. Let me give you another suggestion. When everyone is forced to obey, but they don't want to. When everyone is forced to obey, but they don't want to. Life has some crazy twists and turns. You cannot predict what circumstances you will be in today or tomorrow. There will be times you will be pressured by a bully, or pressured legally, or you will be forced to do something you prefer not to do. In this particular case, every human being had to return to their family birth site and register for law for taxes. I'm encouraging you, it doesn't matter what's going on. When everyone is pressured, when you're in a pressure situation and you're saying, hey, I don't have a lot of control, look for God. See, today's Thanksgiving, and my guess is at your dinner table or your living room, there will be some good, bad, and ugly. I'm not saying that people are ugly. I'm just simply saying circumstances. Sometimes situations in family, relatives, everyone involved, there are some good things. There are some bad things. Everyone tends to experience life in the good, the bad, and the ugly. And there's things beyond your control. But Christmas is working. God is at work in every circumstance, every day, in every situation that you face, in the hard times and the bad times. Look for God. In other words, to be grateful, you have to go up. You have to think, hey, it's God. God is at work. You have to consider the good that God is doing. Notice what it says here. Joseph also went up from Galilee, from the city of Nazareth to Judea, to the city of David, which is called Bethlehem, because he was of the house and family of David. So God is at work in family and teenagers. Remember when you were a teenager? You remember when your family went through difficult times? God is at work. Gratitude is recognizing there's many things we don't have control on. Many things we can't understand, we can't figure out. But today's Thanksgiving. Be grateful. Be grateful because Christmas has a way of blessing you. We don't understand how Christmas works in every situation, but Christmas is God incarnate. When you understand that the God of the universe is active in your life, in the good, the bad, and the ugly, God works in a pregnant teenager who's not married. God is at work in ways we can't possibly see or understand when we're being forced or pressured to be involved in things that we really do not want. It doesn't take long to find gratitude when you see God is at work. Usually in the circumstances we're under the pile. Usually when the pressure is on, we're not being grateful. I'm simply suggesting at Thanksgiving to be grateful. Look for Christmas. In every situation, God is at work. We don't understand it usually at the time. Usually we understand it looking back. But why not today, right now, look for God? Why not today recognize that all things work together for good? Why not today, instead of being resentful and bitter, instead of being hard-hearted, why not be humble? Why not admit there are things that happen in life that we just can't possibly understand? Why not simply say, God, you're at work, and one day I'll connect the dots. Let me give you a reminder. Christmas is the miraculous work of God in humanity. In a young man named Joseph and a young woman named Mary, teenagers who are not married, God is at work. Through a king named Caesar Augustus who thinks he's God, being forced 60 miles from Nazareth to Bethlehem to walk or perhaps ride a donkey, probably walking, and Mary is pregnant. Many individuals are forced into situations they would prefer not to be in. I'm encouraging you. Look for God. Look for God. God is at work. Today is Thanksgiving. Be grateful. I'm suggesting look for Christmas in every situation. We have the privilege of being alive today. God is way above all of us. This is Thanksgiving Day, November 24th. If you're unhappy, lots of people are not happy. Matter of fact, they're bitter, they're resentful. Maybe it's because of a Caesar Augustus. Maybe it's because of an unwanted pregnancy. Maybe it's because you had to walk 60 miles. Maybe it's because you think life is not fair. Maybe because of your own brokenness. Many individuals struggle to be grateful, happy. They're just not happy. Today, it's Thanksgiving. Look for Christmas. Look for God in every circumstance, at all times, in every human being's life. The Creator is at work. In the hard times, the bad times, the confusing times, the frustrating times, when you don't like A, B, or C, the people around you don't like A, B, or C, look for God. God is at work in two teenagers, Joseph and Mary. And God is going to bring forgiveness. God is going to bring joy to the world. That's what Christmas is all about. God is going to bring His love no matter what humanity does. This is Walk and Talk 137. It's November 24th. God works every day, at all times, in every situation. Be grateful. Let go of anger. Let go of resentment. Be grateful. Be grateful even though it's low 40 degrees. Be grateful. Even though life has its twists and turns that you don't understand, be grateful. Learn to smile. Why? Because God is working His will beyond what you or I can do. God works when we can't figure things out. This is Thanksgiving. Enjoy the day. Smile a lot. Trust God. Have a great one. We invite you to worship with us this coming Sunday. We have 8 o'clock, 9:30, 11 o'clock, 6 p.m., classes for children as well as for teenagers. Take the opportunity to express your love to God. If need be, forgive. If need be, offer a helping hand. If need be, get behind God. Blessings on you.